FTW Broadcasting here for the win. We bring you hot Starcraft 2 action. It's been hot today, I tell you what. My name is Awall, and joining me as always is my boy Danny, and we are a proud partner with the UEN.com. And the map you're looking at right now, you recognize it, you love it, Delta Quadrant. We downloaded this one directly from ESL.EU, and we are proud broadcasting partners with Electronic Sports League. They rock, and you're looking at the ESL Go4SC2 November Finals. My pick is down here in the bottom left-hand corner. Goody, he's playing as the purple Terran. He's up 2-1 in this series right now, though, but he got taken down by Tarson last game here in the top left-hand corner, playing the red Terran. Tarson pulled out all the stops last game, Danny, and that was a 45-minute game. That was super epic.
Yeah, absolutely epic is, you know, it's an overused word, but it's the only word to describe that last game. And so Tarson taking that first step towards his three-step process of really crushing Goody and your spirit by going down 2 games and then coming back 3 in a row. So, you know, stay tuned for that, folks, because it's going to be really exciting to watch that happen.
Your predictions are ridiculous. You always predict your pick's going to win. That's ridiculous.
Isn't that the point of having a pick?
I suppose it is. Yeah, I guess that's what being a fan of somebody's all about. But Goody is going to pull this one down, and he's going to pocket those 500 euros and no doubt buy something awesome with that money. And right now we're seeing those mirrored builds as we've seen in the past games with SCVs heading out to scout. Maybe we'll see a sick fist bomb.
One can only hope. Fingers crossed on that one. I'm watching the SCV. I missed it last game, which was just shameful on my part. And no, they're going the completely different direction. Tarson went by the Zelnaga. Goody actually going to go straight into Tarson's base. He's going to find it right away. Hey, so that's unfortunate. But guess what he's going to see? He's going to see the same thing he saw the last 3 games, which is the exact same thing that's happening in his base. So I'm not really, you know, but then again, you cannot make assumptions. You have to scout. You have to get in there and see what's going on, because you never know. Just because you could play someone 100 times in a row, and they can do the same thing 100 times. But that 101st time, when you decide not to go look, that's when they're doing something weird, and that's when you're going to get caught off guard, and that's when you're going to lose when you shouldn't have.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Fist bump right there. Fist bump on the ramp. Goody and Tarson's SUV's fist bump, but the Marine broke up the party. Like, what's up with that, Goody's Marine? Oh, well. Well, we got 2 Marines sitting here on the ramp from Goody. There will be no further scouting at the beginning of this game. Barracks and Factory being dropped down by Goody, and Barracks only right now for Tarson, but he does drop down that Tech Lab as he's pumping out that Reaper once again. Yeah,
now he puts down the Factory. We did not see the Reaper last game. We saw it the other games. He likes to use that Reaper to scout early and do a moderate amount of harass. Speaking of that Marine breaking up the fist bump, I assume that the Marine is just jealous because, you know, the workers and Marines are a different class and they can't really hang out. He probably wants a fist bump himself, but I guess Marines are notorious for being jerks. I heard that somewhere.
I heard they are too. I think they're drunk all the time too. But they're just really, they think they're so hard that they can't be friends with anybody else. I don't like that. A Hellion coming out right now for Goody out of his factory immediately. And I wouldn't be surprised if we saw the same out of Tarson's factory. But these guys have been kind of mixing it up, as Tarson is kind of mixing it up, bringing out an early Marauder here. And that factory for Tarson is dropping down on that Tech Lab.
I want to make note that the Tarson's Reaper found Goody's starport, which was actually going up inside the natural here. For some reason, he decided to put it there, and the Reaper does get taken down. We kind of missed that because I was pointing this out. But the starport was going down right here. The Reaper found it, killed the SCV, and the starport was forced to be canceled. I'm not sure why Goody was putting it there. He's decided to put it into his base now. It was kind of a lucky find by Tarson there. So it puts the starport behind a little bit, but just that's pretty interesting. I'm not really sure what he was planning there. Maybe he was just wanted a hidden starport, quick access with the Banshees to Tarson's base. In the end, it didn't work out for him. Well, meanwhile, let's take a look at the units tab here. We got 1 Siege Tank for Tarson, 3 Hellions for Goody, 8 Marines to 1 Marine and a Marauder. So, interesting enough here. Meanwhile, those Hellions are moving out. They just missed the Siege Tank Marauder Marine right there. That is a pretty early push out there from Tarson there. I wonder exactly what his plan is.
I'm not sure what his plan is, but he's going to run into a superior force here as these Marines need to focus down the siege tank ASAP. Hellion's doing a nice job of microwing, getting in close, and take it down before you get too many losses. Yeah, and that that little force there is going to die, and we see two little innocent Marines coming in from Tarson to try to help out. They ran into a superior force, a bit of miss micro, if you will, from Tarson. Not too bad, though, as a bunker is being dropped at the front of Tarson's base, realizing that he's going to get some really early pressure from Goody.
Yeah, absolutely. He needs to drop that bunker up, and it's unfortunately I don't think he's going to get it done right. He's doing some nice micro with the Marines, getting that Marine and that siege tank protected, pushing Goody back there, because that force from Goody easily could have pushed right in and, you know, had Tarson not microed it just quite right there. The Viking has to land, and meanwhile the medevac healing for all it's worth. Another siege tank comes in, and whew, I think we were real close to a GG and a good tournament right there.
God, that was very, very close. Pulling up the units lost tab, it's actually fairly even right now. Tarson has only lost 1,200 as opposed to Goody, who's lost 1,500. But maybe that was the buildings throw those stats off. So maybe that did the starport get killed earlier, or did it have to cancel out?
No, it canceled out.
Okay, gotcha. Well, they're fairly even at this point. That was super, super close, though. Good job by Tarson anticipating and just really saving his butt there as he's just straight up rolling up the ramp right now. Goody just doesn't have much to deal with this at this point. Only 3 Marines, and SCV getting in there trying to do what he can. Immediately gets melted as his factory is getting focused down by this force. SCV's forced to pull off the line here to tank it up. I mean, really the only thing that Goody can do, he is now in the situation that Tarson was in just a moment ago. And man, I mean, that pushed it back for the moment, but what's going to happen here? I mean, there are 3 siege tanks in the game, and this is just a completely superior force. SCV's here to repair up that 1 siege tank, which really kept it alive for a while, as only 2 Vikings are on the ground right now for Goody to try to push off this force, and 1 Marauder does come out. This is kind of a desperate situation, actually, for Goody.
Yeah, he's in a really, really rough spot here as that factory finally goes down. He finally has to push off using these SCVs, which is not really what you want. You hate to pull them off the line like that, especially as they're just getting killed by those siege tanks and pushing them out. Nice, you know, a little nice backup micro by Tarson there. He's finally taking out that Marauder. He takes out the Marauder, pulling in another siege tank. And meanwhile, another Marauder for Goody comes in. But this is a bad situation. You see those three tanks and a Viking against a Viking and 2 Marines. This is no good right here. Some Marine reinforcements are coming in. I don't think Goody has much. Goody just with that 1 Marine, and he's trying to pump another. He pumps a Marauder out of the barracks, but in the end, that barracks is going to go down. This is a bad spot.
This is a really bad spot. This pressure is too early. It's just too much too early, and Tarson doing a great job of realizing he had the advantage after Goody's push just got completely destroyed, and getting on the aggressive right there just won Tarson that game. So we're tied up 2-2 now. You've got to be happy, Danny.
Oh, I'm super happy. I love to see that that nice counter. That is the thing with those early game pushes there. If you lose too much and your opponent has enough, they can really counter and keep the pressure on, and then all of a sudden you're in the position you tried to put your opponent in, like you said. And in the end, Tarson's push was just a little stronger, and he just you know, took it out, reinforced it nicely with those siege tanks, and in the end he ties it up 2-2.
2-2, baby. Well, we're going to move into Game 5 here, folks. Ladies and gentlemen, if you like what you've seen here, you can head on over to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/FTWBroadcasting. Click that blue link there at the bottom if you want to check out our channel. Also, you can click the green link at the top if you want to check out our other ESL Go4SC2 casts. We've done a ton of them at this point. And also, you can click in the center of the heart if you want to subscribe to our channel. We would greatly appreciate that. Danny does a dance every time. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for Game 5.